Okay, so one of the things I have heard in the past is you can't sharpen serrated knives. Watch what I do with the Tormek T-8. It is super simple. Stay tuned. Okay, so you really got to understand your serrated knife. The edge is right here, okay, right there, and it's at the bottom. And what you have to do is you have to look on the back first. And sometimes in here there's a slight bevel. And we could take that and use this to get the bevel like I have shown in the past. But this one is dead flat in the back. But as I'm feeling this, and hopefully you could see it, there's some little shiny tips there. And what that is little burrs that have appeared over time. So what I gotta do is flatten it. Now there's two ways of doing this. You can take it to your regular flattening stone and just flatten the back and hone it. Or what I like to do is use the side of my stone. Check this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the side of this stone very lightly to lap the back of the serrated knife. But I wanna do it, and I have it on the turntable here, I wanna do it while the stone is turning away from me. So I'll just turn on like this. I'll take the flat like this, and I'll just bring it across like this a couple times. And I'll eyeball it like this, and I'll just take it like this to get it dead flat in the back. And as I feel it, I've knocked all those little burrs off. So now I'm ready to start into the serrations. Okay, so come in here, cameraman, so we can see this. So when I look at these serrations in here, they have this contour like this. Okay, and I was thinking, well, wait a minute, there's not a lot of sharpening to do. I just gotta what? Hone it. So when a typical honing that we have done, we put a little honing compound on here, we take it, so we start to surf. But how do I get at those? So what I'll do is I'll stop my T8 and my leather wheel. And what I like to do is, you see right on the edge here, you can see I've worn it a little, but I'll take some of that honing compound and make sure it gets right on that edge. And over time, which I really don't care, you'll get a little profile on the edge. And for me, it works absolutely flawless when I'm sharpening my serration. So I just put a little like that, and then I'll take it and I'll make sure that that honing compound gets right on that profile. So then what I'll do is I'll just start. Now, there's a little technique to this. It's kind of like I've mentioned in the past. It's almost like I start high and then I bring it in and I start surfing, and I'll go like this on each one. And hopefully we can get in here. Chris, come in here so we can see this. You see how that's a little bit shinier than that one? And I'll just go back and forth like this on that profile on each one. I'll start, and then as soon as I start to feel it, engage the bevel like this, and you can see how that's getting a little darker there. Okay, I did this at Thanksgiving, and Mary Ann, my wife, was a little upset because she goes, this is too sharp. And as we say here at SedgeTool, this, you can get it wicked sharp. So let's just keep going here, and then let's look at it. And what I always try to do is, I know I have my finger there where I ended up. I'll always mark it, so when I continue, I'll continue on to the next one. As I go back and forth and I start to observe each serration. I gotta tell you, I don't know if this is the perfect solution, but boy, does this get really sharp. And I'm just using, because the honing compound is an abrasive, and you'll see how it starts to really dial in. So I know this may be a little unconventional, using the radius on the outside of the leather strap. Somebody may say, hey, look, this has got a radius on here, but you're limited. You're really limited here. You can't get it. I mean, look, if that was that, you could get a perfect profile on there, but here I have that ability to get a perfect hone the entire length of a long knife like this. Some of these bread knives have this little part here, and I'll just take that, and once again I'll start high, and then you can feel it. and you can actually feel it, and that brings it up. It's kind of like taking it to a strop, because this is what it is. It's a round strop, and you can dial it right in. Just got to be careful because it gets wicked sharp. Wow, that is really sharp. Hey, and as you can see in this video, a little practice on the honing wheel, the leather honing wheel, the honing compound, and just a little practice on this outside edge, you will have a wicked sharp serrated knife. And of course we call this a bread knife. Hey, I hope this helps.